Welcome to Autodromo Hermanos Rodriguez Racetrack in Mexico City for the weekend of June 13th through the 15th of 2025. This weekend is the Xfinity Series Chilango 150 and the Viva Mexico 250. The Truck Series is back in action next week at Pocono Raceway. Last Saturday in the Truck Series DQS Solutions and Staffing 250, my picks of Heim, Carson Hocevar, and Ross Chastain were doing very well until the restart with 6 laps to go. The second row tried to anticipate the restart, causing mass mayhem and wrecking a big portion of the leaders. With an overtime restart, we had a surprise winner when Stuart Friesen got the lead and broke a 72-race winless streak. Definitely a case of being in the right place at the right time. This was his 4th career truck win. Grant Enfinger was second, and pole winner Luke Fenhaus third. I didn't have any of those drivers remotely close to being in the top 3 going into the weekend. Corey Heim, Chandler Smith, and Daniel Hemrick are your top 3 in the standings after the Michigan race. The win locks Friesen into the playoffs, and he sits in 5th for the playoff standings. On Sunday in the Cup Series Firekeepers Casino 400, there were 11 different drivers who led the race. With 19 laps to go and after leading 32 laps, Carson Hocevar would get a flat tire and end up finishing 29th. With 6 laps to go, Denny Hamlin, who was my pick to win, would pass William Byron, who led a race-high 98 laps for the lead. Byron would run out of gas and make a late pit to finish 28th. Denny Hamlin would get his 3rd career win at Michigan and 3rd win on the season. Chris Buescher second, and Ty Gibbs would finish 3rd for the 2nd year in a row. William Byron and Kyle Larson are the top 2 in the standings. Denny Hamlin knocks Christopher Bell out of 3rd with the win. An interesting stat for Michigan is that RFK Racing had all 3 drivers finish in the top 10 for the first time this season. The schedule of events for Friday has Cup Practice 1 at 1:05 p.m. Eastern Time, Xfinity Practice 1 at 2:05 p.m. Eastern Time, Cup Practice 2 at 3 p.m. Eastern Time, and Xfinity Practice 2 at 3:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Cup events are on Prime Video and Xfinity on the CW app. Xfinity qualifying starts at 10:30 a.m. Eastern Time on Saturday on the CW app. Cup qualifying at noon Eastern Time on Prime Video. The Xfinity Series Chilango 150 is at 4:30 p.m. Eastern Time on the CW. Final event for the races in Mexico is on Sunday at 3 p.m. Eastern Time on Prime Video. The weather for Mexico City has a 50% or more chance of rain each day, with highs in the mid-70s. Hopefully there will be no delays this weekend. The 2008 Nationwide Series Corona Mexico 200 was the last time NASCAR was at this track. Kyle Busch led 22 laps, passing Scott Pruitt on lap 72 of 80 to get the win. Second place was Marcos Ambrose, and 3rd was Scott Pruitt, who led a race-high 36 laps. In the 2025 Xfinity Series race in Mexico, the Chilango 150, Connor Zilisch is my pick to win. In his first Xfinity race at Watkins Glen last year, Zilisch won the pole, leading 45 of 90 laps when this wreck came out on the final lap. Zilisch would get the win in his first Xfinity race. This year, at the Circuit of the Americas, Zilisch would get the pole, win, and lead a race-high 26 out of 65 laps. Zilisch is now 2 for 2 in road course races in his Xfinity career. Until someone beats him on road courses, Zilisch has to be the favorite to win. Sam Mayer is my first wildcard for the Xfinity race. On the only road course this year at COTA, Mayer was 3rd. In his Xfinity career on roads, Mayer has 3 wins. Those 3 wins in 2023 put him on the map as a good road course driver. With that success, I think Mayer has a great chance of winning on Saturday. Final wildcard is Daniel Suarez. He was the 2016 Xfinity Series champion. Although he does not have an Xfinity win on road courses, his first win in the Cup Series was at Sonoma. That plus the fact that he has the home crowd to cheer for him is a big plus. I think he will be in the mix for the win on Saturday. Sunday is the 2025 Cup Series Viva Mexico 250, the first ever Cup points race in Mexico. My pick to win this race is Shane Van Gisbergen. In his first NASCAR race ever, Van Gisbergen in the 91 car and Justin Haley would go back and forth for the lead. Van Gisbergen would eventually keep the lead for the win in his first NASCAR race. Winner of the 2024 Xfinity Portland race, the 2024 Xfinity Sonoma race, and the 2024 Chicago Xfinity Street race. With only one full year of driving in NASCAR and 4 total road wins, Van Gisbergen is always a threat to win on road courses. My first wild card is Chase Elliott. Elliott has the most wins on road courses for current Cup drivers at 7. Only Tony Stewart with 8 and Jeff Gordon with 9 wins on road courses have more wins than Chase Elliott. Although his last win on a road course was at COTA in 2021, I think he always has a chance to win on this type of track. In the only road course so far this season at COTA, Elliott finished second to Christopher Bell. Christopher Bell won the 2025 road race at COTA, and for that reason, he is my second wild card. Bell has a second career road win at the Daytona road course in 2021. Last year, Bell was also the runner-up at COTA and the Charlotte Roval. I think the road courses will be a place for Bell to compete for wins all season long. Since I have not seen a race at this track, anything goes this weekend. The only constant is that some drivers are really good on road courses. Let me know who you think will win this weekend in Mexico City. And as always, thanks for watching.